He was born with a ball at his feet and a dream that reached far beyond the narrow streets of Mogi das Cruzes. From his earliest days, Neymar da Silva Santos, Júnior wasn't just another Brazilian child chasing a football. He was a spark waiting to ignite. A boy with rhythm in his step, courage in his play, and magic in his touch. Guided by his father, a former footballer, he grew up surrounded by the pulse of the game. Football wasn't a sport to him, it was a language. By the time he joined Santos FC at just 11 years old, the story of his destiny had already begun to unfold. At 17, Neymar made his professional debut and instantly captured Brazil's heart. The nation that once worshipped Pelé found itself dreaming again. His dribbles danced, his goals painted joy across the pitch, and his confidence gave hope to millions. In 2011, he led Santos to the Copa Libertadores title, lifting the same trophy Pelé had once raised. For Brazil, Neymar was more than a player. He was a symbol of rebirth, a reminder of the nation's love affair with beautiful football. But the brighter the light, the longer the shadow it casts. As fame spread, so did the pressure. The expectations grew heavier. Europe called, and in 2013, Neymar made the leap to Barcelona, a move that would change everything. There, alongside Lionel Messi and Luis Suárez, he formed the legendary trio known as MSN. Together, they created football poetry, mixing grace, speed, and precision. In 2015, they conquered Europe, winning the Champions League, La Liga, and Copa del Rey. Neymar's goal in the final sealed not only a trophy, but his place among the world's elite. Yet behind the glory, something lingered. He wanted more. He wanted to lead, not follow. He wanted a legacy of his own. That desire led to one of the most shocking moments in football history. In 2017, Paris Saint-Germain paid a record-breaking €222 million to sign Neymar, making him the most expensive player the game had ever seen. The world was stunned. To some, he was chasing greatness. To others, he was chasing money. Neymar insisted it was about leadership, about carving out his own path. And for a time, it seemed to work. His debut season was electric, goals, assists, moments of pure brilliance. But destiny had other ideas. Injuries struck again and again. Just when he seemed ready to rule, the game took him down. Critics grew louder, mocking his pain, questioning his passion. Every fall, every tear, every expression was turned into debate. Yet behind the headlines, the heart of a boy who simply loved football kept beating. The pressure to carry a nation's dream, to live up to impossible standards, became his daily burden. The carefree child who once played for joy now carried the weight of expectation. The World Cup defined his story as much as it shaped his soul. In 2014, Brazil hosted the tournament, and Neymar was its brightest light. He dazzled crowds, scoring goals that made the country believe again. But in the quarterfinals, one brutal challenge changed everything. A fractured bone in his back ended his World Cup and nearly his career. From a hospital bed, he watched as Brazil's dreams collapsed in the infamous 7-1 defeat to Germany. He couldn't fight. He couldn't help. For the first time, the golden boy could only watch his world fall apart. 4 years later, Neymar returned to the World Cup seeking redemption. He carried the same hope, the same fire, but the world was different. Cameras waited for his every fall. Mockery replaced admiration. Despite his efforts, Brazil fell short again. For the first time, Neymar felt the sting of a nation's disappointment. But he refused to break. Each injury, each insult became fuel. Each comeback, a statement that the dream was still alive. At Paris Saint-Germain, he rebuilt piece by piece. In 2020, he led the team to its first Champions League final, a moment of both triumph and heartbreak. Though they lost, Neymar's tears showed his devotion hadn't faded. His connection to Brazil remained unshaken. In Copa America, he once again carried his nation, playing not just with talent, but with maturity and heart. Then, in 2023, he etched his name into history by surpassing Pelé's all-time scoring record for Brazil. It wasn't just a number. It was proof that no matter the noise he had endured, through every rise and every fall, Neymar's story has remained one of resilience. He has been celebrated and criticized, loved and doubted. But beyond the fame and the headlines lies a man who never stopped believing in the beauty of the game. For every critic, there's a child somewhere copying his tricks, dreaming of joy on a field of grass. Neymar may never be the unanimous greatest, but greatness isn't only found in trophies. It's found in moments that make us feel alive. In the courage to keep creating when the world turns cold. Neymar's legacy is built on artistry, emotion, and defiance. He embodies the heart of Brazilian football, the laughter, the rhythm, the freedom to play. He turned pressure into performance and pain into purpose. As his journey continues, one thing is undeniable. Neymar da Silva Santos, Júnior has already left an indelible mark, not just as a footballer, but as a symbol of creativity, resilience, and belief. His story isn't about perfection. It's about perseverance, about falling, rising, and daring to keep shining under the heaviest crown. Because legends aren't born in the easy moments. They're forged in the silence after defeat, in the courage to rise when the world has turned away. Neymar's story is not just about football. It's about faith, passion, and the endless dream of a boy who never stopped loving the game. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting stories and